Welcome to another episode of the show. I'm Amanda Marit, your host. I'm an international coach. I'm an intuitive. I train spiritual coaches through my program Illuminated. And by the way, the next group is starting. The only group for 2022 that we have planned is starting on 4422. So check it out if you're interested in getting trained by me or working with me to become the best of the best coach that you possibly can be. Okay, so I wanted to share some intuitive guidance, a lot of things that I've been getting over the last even day. But happy spring. Welcome to today. As I'm recording this, it's 3:22. Is that right? No. It's 3:22. And it's like the third day of spring. And I can feel a palpable shift in the air, tangible shift in the air. I have felt this need to let go, to purge, to clean, to release. And I felt all this fresh energy coming in. And with the change of a season, and we all go through our own unique seasons of life, you may be feeling called to do a shedding in your life. You might feel like you're looking around and you've changed so much that the things in your life no longer fit, whether it's your wardrobe. I've gone in my closet so many times and I'm like, I cannot wear this. I don't know why it just doesn't feel like me anymore. It's an old identity of Amanda. I can't wear this anymore. And could be friendships, relationships, a relationship that you're in. It could be a job. It could be an aspect of your business. It could be your pricing. It could be your team. It could be anything. Let's together take a big deep breath in. And what I want to invite as you exhale, relax, release, let go, is that you get the guidance that you need from this episode, listening to this episode, that you get the clarity and the guidance, whether it's during the episode or shortly after, from your higher self with messages of what you are being asked to do. Now, don't overcomplicate this because our intuition speaks to us through a lot of times just our own knowing. It doesn't necessarily have to come in this deeply profound way where you see all these elaborate visions, but it can be some like pictures and images that you see in your mind's eye. It could be a message that you keep getting, a thought that keeps coming and recurring, or just this deep gut feeling and knowing that you're being called to make changes. I want you to trust that because you're listening to me say this, that this isn't some sense of divine appointment, that this is a message for you, and it's safe for you to trust this, is that the things that you let go of this time are not a loss. I just keep hearing are not a loss. It's not necessarily a loss. Sometimes it might feel like that, but trust that when you let go of something that's even good, like maybe it's not good at all. Maybe it's sucking the life from your soul, and you know that. And you've been making yourself wrong for it, or cycling in these loops of what's wrong with me, and really like the thing just isn't a match for you. That's okay. Sometimes that happens. But when we let go of what's not for us, or what's good but not quite it, we actually create space for what is for us, for the full body yes to come into our space, to come into our lives. And it does call for us to get bold, to really trust ourselves, to trust our intuition, and to be bold in letting the things go that are truly their time has expired in our lives. And if we really get honest with ourselves, there's no one outside of you that can tell you this. It's a feeling that you're going to have inside. One of the things that I make sure I'm very clear with, because I am an intuitive, I get visions for people and I just know things. I know things, I get guidance. I get shown visions and hear things and see things. But you can only decide what is best for you. You only know what's best for you. And we all have the ability to see from the lens of our soul what we are being called to do. But what that really takes is full radical honesty with ourselves. Because at the end of the day, we always know what we're being guided to do if we really got soulfully honest with ourselves about what that is. Now, for me in my life over the years, my number one thing that I follow, I don't care what anyone tells me, it's my intuition. And I too have had to learn how to trust it. I too have not listened to it sometimes. But at the end of the day, I always come back on that path. At the end of the day, I always have to um, align myself to what I'm feeling. Because if I don't, guess what ends up happening? I'm not listening to literally the GPS roadmap that my higher self is giving me for happiness, for abundance, for overflow. And so I want you to give yourself that permission right now that it's safe for you to trust yourself, that it's safe for you to follow your heart. It's safe for you to relax, to lean back, and to listen to it more and to take action on it. It's going to be really important that in this season, wherever you're at, that the changes you've been going through, the energetic body upgrades, that actually your entire system has been upgraded, mind, body, soul, all of you has gone through this cleanse and release, really. And so there's a shinier, more, I just audibly heard effervescent for some of you, version of you. And for those of you who don't feel that way, perhaps there's stuff in your space that's clouding your truest version of you. Perhaps there's a relationship you're holding on to, or a business partnership, or a type of client that you serve, or an aspect of your business, or a team member, friend that is adding more stress and chaos and toxicity for some of you to your life. And it's time to let go. So let's take a big breath in together. And they're reminding me this too, that this could also be, as you're breathing, a belief system that you hold about yourself, a belief about money, a belief about life. This could be a version of you also that you're ready to cleanse. Their mission is complete in your life. Can you imagine when you let go of what you're clinging to, what actually is about to unfold for you on the other side? When you make space, when you say no to the things that aren't a yes, that you step into a whole wide world of yes. I want you to take a moment to feel into what a yes would be for you in the various areas of your life. Like the thing you're actually being called to let go of, what's on the other side of you letting go of that? And take a deep breath in and feel into what that is. Feel what is on the other side of that for you. By the way, I got a new webcam. If you're watching me on YouTube, by the way, these are all posted on YouTube. And I think I've been looking in the wrong direction. I'm not starting over. So people, if I'm looking funny in my videos, then so be it. This is me, raw, real, imperfect. This is what you see is basically what you got. Okay. What is on the other side of you letting go of what's not for you? Well, it's everything that's for you. It's that dream job, dream clients, dream love, dream life, happiness, joy, freedom, play, fulfillment, enrichment. Someone said that word, enriching. Was it this morning? I can't remember who it was, where it was, but I heard it and I'm like, that's a really good word, enriching. I want to have things in all areas of my life that feel not just fulfilling, but enriching. Like they actually enrich your life. They make your life better. They make your life easier. And of course, there's going to be challenge that comes up no matter what, but it's going to be easily navigatable. Is that a word? Easily more navigatable. We make up words here too. Maybe that is a word. You know what? I did win. I gotta say, I did win some spelling tests. So I act like I'm making up words, but I'm actually like a Nazi when it comes to spelling, believe it or not. Well, yeah, anyways. What I was about to say is neither here nor there with that. But I did brush my dirt off my shoulders when the spelling bee contest did. Okay, all right, moving on now. On the other side is every single thing that your soul has planned for you. And sometimes we think we know what's best for us by holding on to these old things out of comfort. And usually it's out of fear, right? It's out of fear that when we let this go, nothing's going to replace it. But one of the lessons that I've gotten on this journey is to leap into trust. And I've exemplified this many, 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 many times. And in fact, my landlord's selling the home that I'm in right now. So I have to leave and trust now that a new home is going to, that I love just as much, is going to come available for me. And I have no doubt in my heart that it's going to, even in a market where there's like limited rentals, because I live right on the beach. Not for me. I know my source has something planned for me that's bigger than what I can see right now. And I know absolutely with all of me that I actually just feel like it's going to be very easy. So, in the name of trusting the divine, our higher self, in the universe, when we let go of things, we get an upgrade. Grab a hold of that belief system for you so that you can start to experience that even more so in your life. As leaders, I support so many different leaders, CEOs, entrepreneurs, coaches. I train coaches, celebrities. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. When we decide, and because you're a leader in your family too, with your children, you're a leader in your peer group. I'm sure people come to you for advice all the time. You're a leader, I guarantee you, in your life. People who follow me are. There's no way you wouldn't be attracted to this if you weren't. When we let go of good, we make room for great, but also we become an example for other people of what's possible for them. That's always been an intention at the seed of my work is, God, source divine, please make me an example, make my life so magical, guide me in such a magical way that I can show other people what's available to them, what's possible for them, even for spiritual growth, even navigating emotions. This is why I train coaches, because I want to be that example for people of what else can be possible when we live from our highest expression, when we live from our heart space, when we live from integrity, when we choose from abundance, when we choose to stretch and expand past our comfort zone and understand that we are here right now, awake, alive on this planet to be these beautiful examples. And when we choose for ourselves, we choose for everyone. And one by one, we help to heal the planet. One by one, we help everyone awaken. One by one, we help everyone expand into the versions of themselves that they are meant to be, that they signed up really to be before they came into these bodies. Yes. Let's take a deep breath in together. And we need to take a moment to, again, connect back to that. What's on the other side of your fear? When you let go of what you're afraid to let go of, but you know you're being called to let go of it. Well, first of all, why are you holding on to it? Why are you holding on to it? Is it fear of hurting someone's feelings? Is it fear that there won't be better? What is it? Out the fear, because this is the first step. Let's open the rug up and brush out what's underneath it that's hiding and shine a light on that. As you shine a light on that, it will be a lot easier for you to identify and move that energy, but identify what's been holding you back from doing that. And a lot of times when we identify what that is, it's easier for us to shift it because we see it and we're like, oh, that fear was hiding in there, but actually, you know what? That just seems like that doesn't even make sense. And you can start to actually unpack all of these things. And, I was sharing this I did a bonus call for my certification. I signed up early. And for those who sign up after you see this, you will get this call on replay. But we talked about too, an intention I always set is when I'm letting go of things or things don't feel aligned anymore with people in my life or anything like that, is I will say a prayer. I will say a prayer to quickly and easily and very gently and gracefully to allow it to happen naturally, to allow it to happen maybe even on both ends, for it to happen naturally in a way that feels loving to everyone. And if you do have to have a conversation with someone because, that person lives with you or you're in a partnership or some sort, you have to have an actual true conversation. It's not just a friendship that could drift. Then you can do so with your heart and understand that when you let go of that, you actually give that person space to be in a better situation for them. Because if you feel stuck and you don't want to be in that, you're actually holding that person back from happiness. You're holding that person back from having the love, the opportunity, the job, the freedom that they truly deserve. So this is like a level up in leadership too. And on my mastermind call today, one of the girls is letting go of her coaches, another coach that she has, because she feels called to. And that's a level up in her leadership, is being able to have that conversation and to follow what she's being guided to do. When you do this, you'll be on your highest path. You will be on the path of your highest self. And you will be guided, right? Because our higher self guides us through these feelings. So this isn't even at random. It's your soul giving you these hits like, hey, this isn't for you anymore. Hey, we got something better for you. Hey, let this thing go so we can actually move you over here. And it starts to get really uncomfortable when we don't listen to these voices, right? So let's all take another breath collectively together. We're in this together. I have been there in every sense of the imagination, and I've walked through this many times, again and again. So it's probably going to bark at the neighbors because she saw her run in the back. She's my little neighborhood watchdog. So by the way, depending on where you're listening to this, whether it is on Spotify or it's on iTunes, or you're watching this clip on YouTube, just know that these episodes are absolutely up on my audio podcast, but I am going to be doing a lot of these episodes and putting them up on my YouTube channel so you can actually watch me speak and have these conversations. And that's just kind of a fun element to it as well. Like, I don't know, I just saw a vision of someone like right before bed, laying in bed, and just like, you know what? Instead of listening, I would love to just get the whole picture. If you know of anyone who needs this message, please feel free to pass this on. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and on my podcast so you get notified of new videos and of new episodes. And if you are on YouTube, comment, let me know how you are feeling, if this resonated with you, and feel free to share to anyone and with anyone that you feel like this message could be a little magical angel for. Thank you for showing up on here. And if I can support you in any way, if you are interested in learning more about Illuminated, my coaching certification, you could head over to amandamerit.com. You can follow me on Instagram or on TikTok for more information or to learn a little bit more about me. And I'm honored and grateful that I get to do this work. And I'll see you next time.